Hello, it is Hayden, your fashion style wingman. In today's episode, we are going to be talking about the three masculine styles of dress. Now, in popular media and movies, stuff like that, there tend to be three masculine styles that really do control how men dress. And I'm going to explain all three styles, a modern and an ancient example, with also a picture right here of the more modern example. So before we explain what these are, we do need to understand that these three styles overlap. They can overlap. You're not purely one. You can be purely one, but most of the time you aren't. But you can't be all three. So to begin, we have the first style, which is the politician. A more ancient example of this style would be the king. The king was someone who was very high up in society, very powerful. And the more modern example of this would be the president. They are usually seen wearing more formal dress. Suits is a very large part of this style, and therefore it projects power. It projects a lot of power, and they're very powerful people. Doesn't mean you have to be powerful to be the politician, but it usually is. Second, it is the outdoorsman, the hunter, the knight almost. That's the ancient example. The more modern example would be the hunter, someone like that, or someone who does hiking, the hiking style. These people are really outdoors. They prefer, instead of stylistic dress, it's more functional. More functional style is more appealing to them. And because of that, they tend to have a more robust look. A lot of dark greens and camos and stuff like that. Lastly, and I think the most unique one out of the three styles is the rake. Now, the name automatically doesn't give off what it might be in like the politician or the outdoorsman, because you see those titles like, oh, I can get that. I can get what that means. But the rake is someone who is outside of society but follows a very set, very bound by a set of rules. A ancient example would be a samurai, a pirate, a cowboy, someone like that. A more modern example of the rake would be a skateboarder, a graffiti artist, a rapper. And these three archetypes really tend to swallow men's content and media, specifically movies and books and stuff like that. Finding your male archetype for fashion and dress makes your life a whole lot easier, because once you find it, you're kind of not affected by trends. You save a lot more money, and you have a sense of direction on where to progress your style. And once you do that, it really becomes effortless. You can't be tempted by whatever's trendy at the moment. And that is really what we want to achieve, and we want to upgrade our sense of style and really become the next level. Because when you're starting out, you kind of want to follow trends, because that gives you experience on how to dress, what's good, what's bad. But once you figure out your archetype, your male style archetype, you tend to be unaffected by it. And ladies and gentlemen, that is the end game for masculine dress. Effortless, untempted by trends. You're wearing only what you think is cool, and once you're like that, you are unshakable. And effortless fashion is the key to dressing well. There's an Italian word called sprezzatura, effortless elegance. And I believe that those three styles, the politician, the outdoorsman, and the rake, if you aren't one of those and you're a dude or wanting to dress more masculine, you have to be one of those to enhance your effortlessness. That effortlessness really says a lot. It really says a lot. It says you aren't tempted by whatever is out there right now. To review, there's three styles. The politician, so the king or the president, someone who likes to wear a lot of professional clothing, so I would say office wear or something like that is a part of that category. old money, no matter how much I hate that style, it is a part of it. It is a part of it, but most people don't do it well. Moving on. The outdoorsman is someone who hunts, maybe even rides boats, That is definitely a mix between the politician and the outdoorsman. You can see how they mix there. It's the rich yacht owner, the politician, the outdoorsman. And then lastly is the rake, someone who's an outsider, definitely follows a set of rules. A mix between the outdoorsman and the rake would be a motorcyclist. They follow really set rules that if you break them, you're shunned from that community. But the outdoorsman, they're riding a motorcycle outside, so obviously they're an outdoorsman. But again, once you find your male archetypal style, it's easy sailing from there. No one can touch you. And in any man's fashion journey, it should be step 1, 2, or 3. You should definitely figure out what your style is, and once you do that, it's easy sailing. What do you think? Leave it in the comments below, and I'll try my best to respond to them. Thank you for watching.